Hello students, welcome to today's video lesson. Today, we are going to discuss a very engrossing topic, which has also been presented to us in a very interesting manner. Today's topic, Glimpses of the Past, covers the history of India from 1757 to 1857 and is in the graphic novel format. This is extracted from a novel by S.D. Sawant titled Our Freedom Movement. I'm sure you are all eager to find out what a graphic novel is. Graphic novel is a type of text combining words and images. It is essentially a comic, although the term most commonly refers to a complete story presented as a book rather than a magazine or a serial comic strip. Let us now proceed with today's account and have a look into the historical past of pre-independent India. Section 1 consists of Panel 1. Panel 1, titled The Martyrs, shows a speaker at a function in Delhi. She is urging the citizens of a country to recall the martyrs of India's freedom struggle. Section 2 consists of panels 2 to 7. These panels are titled The Company's Conquest 1757 to 1849. They combine narration with speech bubbles to present the words of the Indian Rajas, kings, in first person. A narrator is a person who tells you the story. The narrator has full knowledge of the story's events and of the motives and unspoken thoughts of the various characters. He or she will also be capable of describing events happening simultaneously in different places. The panels, titled The Company's Conquests 1757 to 1849, shows us the conflict between the Indian princes supportive of the East India Company. They also depict the distress of the common people as well as the bravery of the exceptional Tipu Sultan who resisted the British till his death. These pictorial representations also present the mixed reactions of the Indians against the foreign rulers who soon dethroned the native kings. Section 3 comprises of panels 8 to 13 and is titled British Rule 1765 to 1836. This section reminds us of the tyranny or cruelty of the British rulers. Moreover, religious fanatics who popularized child marriage, casteism, and other such evil practices weakened the society. The cunning British merchants invented methods, policies, and taxes that ruined Indian industries, artisans, and their businesses. What followed was a widespread famine between the years 1822 and 1836, in which we lost 15 lakh Indians. They all died of starvation. Section 4 consists of panels 14 to 17 named Ram Mohan Roy, 1772 to 1833. This section introduces Ram Mohan Roy as a learned man from Bengal who promotes Enlightenment ideals, a scientific mindset, and rationalism. He was respectful of ancient Indian culture and heritage, while discarding the superstitions and prejudices that crippled Indians. He demanded responsible administration and not subjugation from the British rulers. As you may also know, Ram Mohan Roy was also responsible for the Bengali Sati Regulation of 1829, a law that was passed to stop the practice of sati or the burning of widows on their husbands' funeral pyres. Section 5, comprising of panels 15 to 17, is titled Oppression 1765 to 1835. These panels show how the British rulers filled the Indian market with British goods, sent Indians to jail for indefinite periods of time without trial, and depleted India's wealth. Section 6 spans panels 18 to 21 and is named Dissatisfaction 1835 to 56. These panels deal with the reform in the Indian education system heralded by the British. Earlier, the medium of instruction among the natives was Persian and Sanskrit. In 1835, Lord Macaulay switched it to English. This change produced a new middle-class Indian clerks engaged in petty jobs under the British. It also created intellectuals who became aware of the oppression they were facing under the British rule. These learned individuals came up with grievances against imperialism and began to think of ways of driving out the British from their homeland. Next, we are introduced to section 7, which spans panels 21 to 26 and is titled The Sparks, 1855 to 57. This section mentions how the growing discontent among the common people in India gave rise to the most notable resistance movements in India's history, like the Santhal Rebellion in 1855 and the Sepoy Mutiny in 1857. The Santhal Rebellion was started by 4 Murmu brothers named Sidhu, Kanhu, Chand and Bhairav in the state of Jharkhand in eastern India on June 30, 1855. They revolted against the British rulers and the zamindars. The movement was brutally ended by soldiers loyal to the British administrators. The Britishers tried to bribe the Indian zamindars and the villagers to join their forces and to curb the freedom fighters. The zamindars responded to their call. At the same time, Indian youth mobilized to fight British oppression and the common citizens supported them. Section 8 spans panels 26 to 29 and is titled Revolt, 1857. The next few panels portray the Sepoy Mutiny of 1857 with graphic visuals of battles. It follows the spread of the movement from Meerut to Delhi and beyond. The mutiny has since been known as the Great Revolt of 1857 or the Indian Rebellion of 1857 to mark its importance in India's history as the first attempt to resist British colonizers. Section 9, which is the final section, spans panels 30 to 33 and is titled Fight for Freedom, 1857. This section depicts how noted figures from across different states of India began to resist the British. Begum Hazrat Mahal of Lucknow, a former ruler who had lost her kingdom, Maulavi Ahmadullah of Faizabad, and the 80-year-old Kanwar Singh of Bihar were some of the people portrayed here. With that, we come to the end of today's video lesson where we got a quick glimpse of India's freedom struggle. We hope you have found today's session interesting. See you soon in the recap and the question and answer videos from this text.